If you started a diet, you made real progress, and then somehow you still ended up back at square one, this video is going to explain exactly why that keeps happening, and I promise it's not what you think it is. I myself did this for 3 years, constantly starting and stopping diets. I would be progressing well, and then somewhere in between the diet, maybe even sometimes at the end, I would just completely reset my progress. It was just the same outcome over and over, and I convinced myself that maybe with a different approach, maybe with a different tweak, maybe at a different time of the year, maybe this time because I had more motivation, that I would finally get the results I've been wanting to get. But the reality was, it wasn't the plan that was the problem. Most guys who keep resetting their diets genuinely believe that with a little tweak in their approach, maybe with a new coach, with a new program, with a new diet, that they're somehow gonna get lean this time and actually achieve success. But that is simply not the reality, because it was never about the program, and it's about what happens in the hard times of the journey. And especially having nothing to hold you in place, no structure, was just a recipe for disaster. In this video, I'm gonna show you the exact cycle you're stuck in a chart, everything that goes on between that, and how to finally break that cycle for good in order to actually get results. Right, so as you can see on the screen here, this is an example of a current cycle that you're in. So you begin at your current weight, and this is your goal weight, and this is represents a 12-week time frame. This is just an example we're using here to picture your cut, your getting lean plan. So as you go about this journey, they'll get to a certain point where you'll hit an emotional resistance threshold where it's just, and this can be anything, right? You have doubts, or maybe it's getting too hard, the thing is getting to you. And when not having structure, during these points is when you reset. And as you can see here, this is what happens at resistance without proper structure. You know, you reason with yourself out of the diet. Oh, maybe it's not the right time, or you simply just can't handle it and you revert to the old habits. Maybe it just gets too overwhelming to the fact where you just, hibernate back in your old habits, and, you comfort yourself with food or whatever that is, but it ultimately ruins your progress. And then you try to find a better approach because this one's tough. When things get tough, you think there's a better way of doing it, or maybe if I try this diet, or maybe if I follow this guy, or maybe if I follow this training plan, then it will finally work this time. And then it doesn't, because that is not the problem. So then maybe you just push it off to next time. You magically think that sometime in the future it's going to be different. Hey, I'll get lean a year from now. Hey, a year from now I'm going to know more, so I'm going to get lean easier, or it's going to be the right time in life. And maybe it's simply just not what you thought it was going to be. And simply it was just because it was too hard and you had nothing holding you in place. So when things got hard, it was so easy to just turn the other way because there was nothing under you. There was no structure holding you accountable for this plan, which is why you reset. And let me show you this in this image here. So as we went over this, your current plan, and at this emotional threshold point is where you reset it, and we went away from our goal weight. So then you come up with a bright idea, right? Hey, let me do a different approach. Let me try a new diet. You spin yourself in wheels and you're still in the same thing. So this emotional resistance is always going to be here. It's always there. And every time you encounter it during a cut, you reset. And then you say, hey, maybe this time it's going to be different. Let me try something else. Maybe let me try to be more locked in, bro. So you be more locked in, and you actually get to your goal weight this time. But the thing is, this emotional resistance hits you at your goal weight, and you don't have structure to keep you in place and keep your results. So then you do all this work. You do 12 weeks of hard dieting. You get to your goal weight, but not having structure in place and not having the proper foundation to actually completing this just gets you to reset, and all that progress flashes before your eyes. And then this just goes on forever, man. New approach, and you have different breaking points at each of these approaches. And this is why it's not your plan or what you have or what you don't have that's holding you back, but it's simply just you not having the proper foundation and structures. So my question to you is, how long do you want it to go for? You see all of these new approaches never leading to the results you dream of. So at what point are you going to actually make real change to finally get results? The reality is you don't have the right structure to transform you into the person that actually gets results. You got to keep in mind, we're not achieving goals here, but we're just becoming the person that achieves the goal as a byproduct. And when you use proper structure, this is how your cutting plan will play out. You'll still encounter emotional resistance. The emotional resistance is not why you're failing. It's just how you handle those things. So, and the thing is, there's many of these throughout the journey, and you're going to feel them no matter what approach you take. But when you have the right structure, you're still going to get to your goal. You have something holding you in place. When things get tough, you have something to get you by. And this is why you succeed with structure. You have a predictable timeline for when things will work out. So you're not operating off cloudness or imagination. You have an actual plan to get in and get out. You're not guessing. You're moving with purpose, and there's a foundation holding you down, because when you want to quit, this foundation is always there. So it always keeps you from going beneath that. When you have this proper structure, you're functioning off what the goal requires of you logically. It just simply comes down to the numbers. What does the goal require you? What inputs do you need to do? And you do them. So when you're doing everything with purpose and you're not just hoping it's going to work out, then this is a no-brainer on why you actually get results with proper structure. And it's a you problem into why you're not getting the results you want to get at this very moment. So, like I said, you still feel emotion and resistance, but you just understand fundamentally through structure what is required from you in order to actually get your goal this time and stop resetting. So if you're watching this and you realize why you've kind of been resetting, and it's not due to the fact that you don't have the right program, the right coach, or the right information, and you understand fundamentally, it just comes down to you not having proper structure, nothing to keep you afloat. This is something I go over with the people I work with mainly, and the main thing you have to realize is this pattern of resetting is not going to magically fix itself. There's no new approach. There's nothing more you can do in this current moment that's going to magically fix it. And until you have proper structure and you're going about things properly, that's when you're actually going to get results. So that sounds like something that resonates with you. Book a call down below. We can identify exactly where you're at, where we can be, why we keep resetting, and how we can actually get results in 12 weeks. Book a call down below so you can finally stop resetting and actually get results this time. And I know I've been blabbing about structure this and structure that, and you're probably thinking, so what fucking structure is it, dickhead? Honestly, it's understandable, but I have an entire video on this YouTube channel dedicated to explaining this structure, which is called How to Get Shredded Without Burning Out in 12 Weeks. It literally everything I've been hammering on about this point in this video is in this video. So you can watch this, immediately start implementing it, and actually get results this time. And you stop resetting your cut, you stop wasting energy, and you finally actually get results. And you have something to show for the effort you're putting in. And if you have any questions regarding your situation specifically, DM me on Instagram or anything in regards to this structure. DM me on Instagram. I respond quick. I'll help you out. And if you want my full one-on-one support to make sure you actually get lean and you stop resetting so you never have to worry about is this going to work again or not, like I said, book a call down below for guaranteed results, because you losing 12 pounds of body fat is just as important to you as me. This is essentially my job, to get you your dream results without any hiccups in the road, guaranteed. And the thing is, I'm so confident in this that if we don't lose 12 pounds for whatever reason, I'm going to keep working with you until you do. Either way, guys, this is Achilles. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully, I helped you in some way, or at least identify a pattern that you're in right now so you can stop that immediately, because I know how much it fucking sucks to be working so much and so hard only to not have anything to show for it. But either way, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you're here to the end, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to catch you guys.